federal representative like in the U.S. House?
No. No. No.
Oh no!
I actually don't.
No, I should know that, shouldn't I?
Do you know who your federal representative is?
Who?
Is it Blackboard? Well, Marcia
She's a
is
senator.
a senator.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I don't.
No.
Oh, goodness.
I do not.
Federal representative. Shoot, I really don't.
No, I don't.
Oh, currently I do not. That's embarrassing.
Do you guys know who your federal representative is?
Wait,
Wait, hold on,
Your federal.
I just wrote my thing about him, but I forgot his name.
No, I don't.
Yeah. It's Andy Ogles.
Okay.
It's Andy Ogles.
Do you think people should know who their representative is?
Yes, so they know that they should vote against them or for them and not be like, oh, I can't do anything. It's like, no, you can.
Yes, and incredibly important as he is making the decisions for us as a district on the national level.
Do you think people should know who their representative is?
Probably.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, obviously, the bills they're supporting is crazy.
You know, I would like to know who my federal representative is.
Oh, absolutely. You should definitely know.
Yeah, I think that's a massive issue.
Actually, I think it's really important.
Yes. Yeah, I'm embarrassed that I don't know.
Honestly, I think most people don't connect like the election to and what they're actually running for to something that is relevant to them.
And we're a democracy, and the fact that people don't know who's representing them in that democracy is like a massive problem.
If you live in Nashville, you're represented in the Federal House of Representatives by a man named Andy Ogles. Or in some cases, due to the newly redistricted landscape, Mark Green. I hung around the halls of University School of Nashville and spoke with whatever students and teachers I could find to see how many people knew who their representative was.
I do not know my federal representative off the top of my head, no.
While the overwhelming answer was no, I have no idea, every last interviewee answered they think it is something they should be aware of. Many were shocked that they didn't know.
I mean, it's a little disappointing that I don't.
Several of these individuals answered that they honestly just weren't sure what being a representative even meant, or how they were affected by these political figures. So I asked if there was an issue that mattered a lot to them, or anything that they felt passionate about.
I think education actually is in dire straits.
Education.
Just like education, more importantly, and not censoring education. I think in the era of book banning and limiting like LGBTQ education and AP Psych.
Education.
I mean, I care about most probably education.
Andy Ogles is currently attempting to pass a bill which calls for the abolition of the Federal Department of Education.
Wow, that's so helpful, Andy. Thanks. As an educator, Andy, I would say that is a bad idea, and I would like to know more of your reasoning because I do not understand why you would not support schools.
If this bill is passed, the landscape of public education in Tennessee would be altered drastically. Political efficacy is the lowest it's been since the Civil War, but this alarming truth is paralleled by another aspect of the political process which has decreased significantly right alongside trust in government. And that parallel is civic education. If so many soon-to-be voters and even adults have no clue who represents them, how are they expected to vote for the people who align with their values? But the greater question, if they don't know their values, why are they voting for the people that they are? Or will they even vote at all? With such low political education comes the perception that you are entirely disconnected from its process. As long as students aren't aware that their lives are being impacted by the decisions made by their elected officials, there's a low likelihood that they'll feel the responsibility to vote. And if they don't vote, these decisions will continue being made for them, and they'll continue to feel entirely disconnected from the process.
I feel like sometimes we're having arguments in a house that's burning down.
And thus begins a dangerous feedback loop fed by the idea that, oh, I'll stay out of it, I have no clue what they're up to.
We live in a city that's gerrymandered to the point where it really doesn't matter how you feel about it.
Yeah, he was actually the one that did the gerrymandering.
Yeah.
So. And then your city gets gerrymandered, and now you have a new representative who is working to defund Planned Parenthood and give guns to teachers. What if your friend needs an abortion? What if your mom is a teacher at Metro Nashville Public Schools?
A lot of friends teach public school.
I have a friend who's a teen mom, and they were a teen mom by 13, so it kind of sucks for her, and she had to take like a special school.
So not for exceptions for rape or incest? Well, you know, statistically, those are not even part of the conversation. But that's a red herring used by the left and radicals to try to taint the conversation.
When pressed again, he repeated that this is an issue best left to the states.
Andy Ogles is responsible for redistricting the city of Nashville so that an overwhelmingly blue area of the state is entirely represented by Republicans.
Just let votes be fair.
Yeah, I was
Make
gonna
districts
say,
look
like-
a regular shape, and don't try to strong arm a vote to be
Yeah.
your kind of way.
Yeah,
You know, and then if you still win, then you deserve it.
yeah,
You know, but if you don't,
yeah. Stand for a non-gerrymandered election.
Ogles is currently sponsoring bills that prevent all access to abortions, expand gun rights, and legally dissolve the existence of the transgender identity. Doesn't that seem like a name you should know?
If you could tell Andy Ogles one thing, what would you tell him?
Just think about the people after you. You're thinking so stationary. Like there's people who are gonna live 200 years from now who just might not have a place to live. Just think for the future, man.
Oh, I actually knew Andy. I had his daughter added on Snapchat for a while.